Hello everybody, we are back to some Spark the Electric Jester 2. I'm the Comic Foil. We are at Stage 10. I don't know how many stages are in the game. The last game had like 16 stages, and but each of those stages had like an Act 1 and Act 2. It would be understandable if this game were shorter than the first one, given that it's 3D. I mean, that happens with Sonic games also, I feel. Though also, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 found ways to be incredibly expansive with all the different, with all the different campaigns. They can reuse some assets on levels, especially Sonic Adventure 1. I feel like Sonic Adventure 1 probably had, like, 10 different levels, but then most of the characters visited most of the levels, but they were, like, completely different experiences with most characters. Maybe like, Sonic and Tails' levels were similar, but it was pretty different. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of my Cossack ability here. So without there being names, I've decided these are called... The Fist I'm calling the Ava suit. This I'm calling the Plasma Sword because I know that's what it was in the last game. Same thing with Edgy. And then the green one I'm calling Cossack. Because you do Cossack kicks. Yep, there it is. Yeah, I'm telling you, this looks like a bike. It looks like a bike. It doesn't look like I'm going to be doing kicks. Speaking of bikes, yeah, I have been playing Metroid Prime 4. I've been trying not to, like, look too much at what other people say about the game. I don't know how I feel about it yet, though. Like, I know I'm coming to it a little bit late, too. So, kind of, like, my main influence was that, like, I didn't see a lot of people talking about it. And I was like, after all this time, I felt like people would... If it was good, people would be, like, raving about it. I don't think it's bad, but it is making some choices. It's just kind of sad with Metroid, because I feel like Metroid fans, we get something every, like, 5 years, maybe, if we're lucky, and we just have to take it. We just have to accept it, because we're not getting anything else. Yeah, I want to see what this is here. That's a hammer. Screw the hammer. And, like, sometimes it's really good. Metroid Dread was really good. I think most people agree. And even, like, each of these games are something that we've been waiting for more than 5 years for. Because Metroid Dread / the next 2D Metroid game was, like, something that was in talks back during, like, the DS days. That, like, to finally get it, it's like, oh my gosh, this game actually exists. And Metroid Prime 4 is the same way. We've been... Metroid Prime 3 was in, like, what, 2007, 2008? And it ended with a little, like, teaser, if you got 100%. But, that doesn't mean anything. A lot of things end with, cliffhangers, even if they're not particularly planning a cliffhanger. I think of, like Sly 3 ends with, like, a little, like, wink of, like, oh, but the adventures continue. Sly does still have his memories. That doesn't necessarily mean they were planning a new game right then, and eventually they did make a Sly 4, or rather, a different company made a Sly 4. And then that one also ends with a cliffhanger that still hasn't been followed up on. I knew there would be something up here. I knew it. I'm going to switch back to Edgy just for the extra dashes. I think Plasma Sword is my favorite for fighting things, but Edgy is my favorite for traversal. Oh. Okay, that was a little tricky. And get the checkpoint. So... yeah, Metroid Dread, we waited too long for it, but when it came out, it was like, yes, this is the game we've been waiting for. So far, I don't know if Metroid Prime 4 is the game we've been waiting for. It is a Metroid Prime game. It's making a lot of the same sounds. I'm getting, like, nostalgic for certain things. It's just, like, so far, I'm not sure if I'm into the, like, pseudo-open world elements. Like, for anybody who's played the game, I've just gotten the, like, fire chip, which I think I need to take back to Mackenzie to operate into my suit. Also, like, Mackenzie doesn't particularly bother me. I feel like that's going to be an aspect of the game that some people don't like, having this, like, kind of talkative character. I don't particularly mind it. But I am kind of like, oh, so I found a power-up and now I need to take it back to him so he can make me a suit upgrade out of it. You're kind of just adding steps to the Metroid formula. You're kind of just, like, making me walk around. And if this was used to, like, create a deeper story, that'll be cool, but somehow I don't think that's what we're leading to. Because I'm somebody who, like, I'm a very narrative kind of player. I prefer my games to have a strong narrative, even if that's not really what the point of them is. There we go, that's what I was trying to do. Gonna look around here for a second just to see if there's any... No, these are all just train tracks. Oh, okay, it said a train was coming, and then the train didn't come. There we go. Like, when Metroid Other M was announced, I was so about it because I was like, oh man, the idea of a game that's, like, explores Samus as a character, talks more about her background of, like, being orphaned, being raised by the Chozo, working for the Federation before she became a bounty hunter. That sounds really cool. The game doesn't really do all those things. It does have a story more so than any other Metroid game. It's just not good. You know, I'm not a professional writer. I guess technically I am because I do get paid to write things. But by Oscar. You know, Oscar and I work on a channel together and I write scripts for it, and he writes me a check because we're sharing a little bit of, like, the ad revenue and stuff for that. What I'm saying is I'm not, you know, I don't want to act like I'm, like, a master of writing and I know everything there is to know about writing. But I would love to, as a writing exercise, try and, like, make Other M's script work. Because I also don't think it's, like, the worst game ever, but man, it made choices, and it, like, does make it for most people into a negative experience. It's not the worst game I've ever played, but depending on who you are, it could feel truly awful because just, like, a bad story shouldn't really be able to bog down a good game if the gameplay is good, but, like, sometimes it does. This is kind of what happened to me with Engage, that, like, with Fire Emblem Engage, I didn't, like, really care about what was happening, and that's something that I need to motivate me through a big game like that. So, like, when I stopped caring about all the characters, I kind of stopped caring so much about the gameplay elements, even though I acknowledge that they're good. And, like, I think Other M's mechanics, some of them are pretty good, but I don't think they're, like, fantastic, so it's not like it could just, like, coast off of that. Metroid Dread, which is a fantastic game, like, also did disappoint me a little bit because I did want more story in it. And I'm willing to admit that's just maybe not what Metroid games are about. It's certainly not what Metroid Dread wanted to be about. You know, the little bits of characterization we got with Samus were cool. I feel like maybe we've overcorrected a little bit since Other M. You know, Other M gave us a talking Samus, everybody hated it, but that's because it was a talking Samus in a game whose writing was bad. It's not that we never want Samus to talk. And, like, we are having a similar thing now where, like, you got this character in Prime 4 named Mackenzie. Okay, I guess we're gonna run along the top of this because we missed the window to wall run on it. And we're just gonna hope for the best. Oh, well now... Yeah, this ain't gonna fly. Okay, let's try and get back over here. See, we can problem solve it. There we go. That's like strangely more engaging than those sections usually are in Sonic Adventure. A lot of times when there's loops in Sonic Adventure, you're kind of just on autopilot. And like, if you do press anything, you'll probably mess it up. But here you like kind of need to actively try to hit the boosters. So that's neat. I just feel like there is the basis for a really interesting exploration of Samus as a character. And I wonder sometimes if, like, a lot of Other M was, like, lost in translation from Japanese to English. Of what I've seen of people who played it in the original Japanese, it's not much better there. Oh, I am falling a long ways. But you know what? I'd rather fall and respawn at the checkpoint than actually land somewhere lower. Wow, this whole thing is like a rendered stage. That's kind of cool. I like this music too. We got a little bit of salsa here. Early goal? What is an early goal? Wait, I'm really confused about that. Why is there an early goal? What? Did I, like, skip half of the stage by doing that? Interesting. Okay. I, like, have half a mind to go back into the stage and see if I could keep going from there, because it looked like there was a ramp to keep going up. Why did you stop? Wasn't planning to. But you don't deserve a clean death. You must be that Flint guy. The previous guy was all sorts of screwed up. So what is your problem? My problem? What makes you think I need to explain myself to a murderer? Huh? Of course you have no idea. My friend, you killed her. You deserve to die today. So yeah, Float is dead. However, in case I'm the one who dies today, never trust clarity. Okay. I feel like maybe we could talk this out, but you're too angry about Float. We are, like, zooming through plot elements, though, so yeah, I think maybe... I think maybe we're looking at another, like, 14 stages, maybe. We didn't see Double's body back there, so... Yeah, I guess Double is dead, Float is dead... We still have to learn what Romalo and Astra are up to. I'm sure EJ's gonna come back somehow. Because he just got thrown off a tower. That doesn't mean dead. No body, no death. Yeah, Plasma Sword plus the... Oh, you get back up. Okay. Oh, no, you're leaving. Okay. Oh. Two medals? Interessante. Okay, and now we're up at the planetary stripe. That's cool, because we can see, yeah, we see that whenever we get, like, a far-away look at the planet, that there's this, yeah, this stripe around it. Okay, I need to drink some water. Ugh, I didn't know it was gonna start me mid-run. That's okay. I was afraid for a second maybe I was, like, running along the side of a wall and I was gonna die if I didn't press a button soon enough. Oh, it's one of those sonic laser things. Those were in Spark 1 also, I think. Yeah, it is cool having some, like, repeating locations. Oh, wait a second. Okay, so it's specifically Edgy that does the Shadow run cycle, and that makes sense because it's Edgy. When I'm Plasma Sword, I do more of a traditional Sonic run. Okay, same if I'm regular Fark. Okay, so it's only Edgy that gets the boots. Interesting. Whoa! The way I don't know what just happened. Okay, well, I feel like I'm going fast. That's the other thing. So, like, am I desensitized to games going that make me go fast? Is it because I'm playing Fark right now? Or does the bike in Metroid Prime 4, like, not feel that fast? Even when you're boosting. I'm like, this isn't really going. It's slower than, like, the Master Cycle in Breath of the Wild. So yeah, I think Metroid Prime 4 is trying something with, like, open-world gaming. Story-wise, it kind of feels like it's continuing on from Metroid Prime 3 of, like, having some sections that are, like, with other people and kind of Halo-y, but for the most part, not really doing, like, a deep story. You know, I'm not expecting Samus to undergo a character arc. I'm not even expecting Miles McKenzie to undergo a character arc. That's his name, right? Miles McKenzie? Guy who looks like Rick Moranis. I can see some people being like, why would they give you this, like, chatty help guy in a Metroid game? Metroid's supposed to be about isolation. And, like, that's true, but that's not really, like, what's bothering me about it. The fact that there's, like, voice lines from this one guy isn't really the problem. It gets me that it always puts us on level 1 before showing us the new level. That just, like, seems like a programming error to me. Or maybe something it does to load. That last stage was really short. Oh, this is the same theme that this level had in Spark 1 also. Yeah, I like the repeated music tracks. I mean, they're not repeated tracks because they're new arrangements. But I like that a lot. It does give, like, a sense of continuity between these two games. And I'm somebody who does appreciate continuity. Continuity isn't the most important thing, but it's something I always like. I think I just homing dashed into a spiky enemy and it hurt me. Yeah, and some enemies can kind of block you when you homing dash into them. What? See, this is why I'm going with Edgy, because I have the double jump and I get an extra dash from being an Edgy. I mean, all the forms have a double jump, but... Yeah, like, I don't know if I would have made it all the way there without Edgy. Yeah, there's also, like, not enough power-ups. There's, like, just enough that you can't hold them all at once. And that's just kind of weird to me. But yeah, it's cool that these are some of the same locations. I guess it does make the planet feel a little small, but I don't know, maybe the planet is small. They might have actually mentioned it's a moon, not a planet. What's the difference? The difference isn't size. The difference is basically just what it's revolving around. Planets revolve around a star, whereas moons revolve around another planet. Jeez, okay. Got caught up in a bunch of BS there. See, this is feeling more like what this level was in Spark 1, where I'm just, like, running into a whole bunch of enemies trying to get past. Yeah, are there any... Okay, I was hoping maybe for some health upgrades, but that's okay. Whoop. But yeah, this is fun. I got, like, a good, like, flow going. I do have to, like, think about what I'm doing, but also I get moments of flow where I'm just kind of vibing, just kind of feeling out, floating between the obstacles like a leaf on the wind, I say as I hit a propeller. Yeah, and you have the, like, air vents from the last game. Oh. I didn't realize that was something I'd have to jump over, but now I know. But is the floor all electrified here? Okay. This is, like, exhilarating how fast I can, like, zoom through all this stuff, though. That's, like, the best and worst thing about 3D Sonic games, is that, like... Uh-oh. I was trying to do the, like, drop ability to see if that would break through it. Okay, I don't need to fight you. But yeah, the thing with 3D Sonic games is they spend all this time making 3D environments only for you to just, like, blast through them. So they need to, like... A lot of them try to find other ways to, like, use these environments to get more, like, game time out of them. I think that's part of the reason for, like, all the missions it makes you do in Unleashed and Generations. And, like, how Colors, like, breaks it down into, like, smaller levels in addition to the like, big levels. I haven't played Sonic Forces still, but one of the things I've heard is that, like, some of the levels in that game are, like, hilariously short. To the point where it kind of just, like, breaks flow. There's been talk about, like, does a game need to be fast to be a Sonic game? And, like, I think kinda, but... Oh, but, like, what game even was that where people were like, oh, this isn't a real Sonic game because it's not fast? I actually don't remember. Did I make this up? Like, not like a side game either. Well, okay, fell off the... It sucks falling off of something when you're, like, moving vertically on a surface. Okay. Falling a lot. Falling a lot. I might run out of health and die. Though I like the level of, like, freedom this is giving me to mess up. I'm not upset. What? Okay, so this, like, shoots a laser? Looks like the Bifrost. Okay, so with wall jumps, I was able to get the rest of the way without continuing the wall run. I think I just saw a checkpoint there. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's the big old laser. Also from the first game. Yeah, it's cool to see these ideas... Okay, I'm getting, like, quantumly entangled in... Yeah, hard to explain what happened there. It just got kind of, like, stuck. Oof. Okay, we'll hang out down here for a second. I jumped a little too early. That's the one problem with these lasers, is it's hard to tell when the hitbox is actually gone. Oh, we got a timer. Interesting. That's cool to, like, just, like, put it on all the screens here so that, like, you're seeing it naturally in the environment as you're going on instead of making it a UI element. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, where am I? I have fallen off the track. I am losing precious time. Yeah, I don't know about this now, guys. I don't know if the timer accounted for me falling off and bumbling around like an idiot for 30 seconds. Okay. 5. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Photo finish, guys. Whoops, I accidentally hit the B button to redo the stage. Quit the menu? There we go. Okay. Yeah, more like quit the map screen, not the menu. Okay, and Hyperwrath Fleet. I guess let's just keep on going. Wait, did that somehow, like, unlock all the... It must have taken me straight to this level. I see Boss Astra here. Wait. This is Planetary Stripe. Yeah, so I did this. Oh, okay, no. 13 is the map I just did, right? Wait, let me see. Yeah, because it has this song. Yeah, okay. So, quit the menu. Okay. And I guess we're fighting Astra now. I mean, my guess is that Astra thinks we're involved with Freeom, and maybe she's right. Maybe Freeom has a way of... Maybe I'm central to Freeom's plan. You ruined everything! I just had one job and... You killed the doctor. What? I just hid him somewhere in the mountains. That's all I did. I had no idea he was killed. Is Armstrong really dead? I find that hard to believe. Since I was born, suffering, that's all I've got. I was just given one mission, nothing else. It's like I was meant to be discarded. You got a planned obsolescence. Oh no! You were planned to be discarded because you're a robot. What actually stabbed him? Oh, you got blades. You got, like, Aurelia blades. We don't have to do this. Go back. Why? I know who you are now. You need to be stopped. I guess because she knows that we're, like, Freeom's creation, she's assuming we're an agent of Freeom. You're Freeom's son. And you're planning to take his place, aren't you? And what makes you think that? Easy. I can see it in your face. I'm a robot, I don't emote. No, there's more to it. Fine. You were supposed to save us all, but circumstances have changed. It was the mission given to you by Clarity. But you can't be trusted anymore. Clarity, huh? Yeah, so Clarity is that, like, data voice that spoke to us. It's always a mission, isn't it? We just show up and have a mission to carry out. We don't get a choice in the matter at all now, do we? I don't trust this Clarity. Whatever I do from now on will be my decision. Right. You have decided to die. It's Astra and Romalo. Okay, they're fighting me together. I find it hard to read their moves because I'm, like, just sort of getting up in their face. Okay, so I recognize a lot of Romalo's moves. Yeah, this... So if you played League of Legends, Astra reminds me a lot of Aurelia. She has these floating blades, they take different forms. They kind of come together into a big sword or come apart and slice through things, and then... And she can surf on them. Wait, did I get to a second phase already? Dude, Astra, get wrecked. I think this is yet another new song. Okay, a little bit anticlimactic, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I think I'm getting medals for time bonuses. Oh, you are a robot, because look, you got a big old chunk out of you. Astra! No! You're not... Yeah, I'm not a person. Okay, so that was supposed to be a surprise. I'm an agent of clarity. And like you, I'm just another robot. But why? Why didn't you tell me? I couldn't. No one was supposed to know. I guess it's too late now. Astra? Astra! No, not like this, Astra. Astra! Astra! No. I mean, that makes me sad because I like Romalo, and I don't want Romalo to be sad. But I can't say this was a very well-developed character either. So I kind of am wondering, like, how hard is it to rebuild a robot? I mean, like, are they so integrated that you can't really, like, just put it back together? Like, is it like when Vision dies in the Avengers movies? Okay, we're headed to the Apocalypse Thruster, and... You know what? No. We hit half an hour. I think maybe let's call it here, because I think we're about to beat the game. Pretty short game by the looks of it. I mean, yeah, we're on episode 4 and we're almost done. Last time it took us like 8 episodes to actually get through the story. So yeah, I'm the Comic Foil. I'll see you guys next time for, I think, the finale to Spark 2. I think that's what we're doing.